Hi folks, back again. Right, I had it's the second one this morning. I'll just show you a photograph that I took. Oh well, I'll show you the one. That's the one I've just done. It's only a very roughly based on that. I just altered it all round. Made a painting of it, but it's a beautiful painting as it is. But we're doing sort of tone studies, but I'm using 3 colours here. Let's find another one. Well, there's one, they're quite a heavy one there. My mate Ed there, and Chris in front of him with his yellow high-vis jacket on. It's on the boardwalk. Now, I've painted this many times now in oil, watercolour. But it's such a lovely, beautiful colours now. It's just beautiful. So I'll do a version of it, but it won't be a copy. But I'll put the elements in. It's mostly all the foliage is on one side, background, an L-shaped sort of composition. So let's get it nice and wet. See, when I've done this second one, I'll get them uploaded, then I've got to go and get a prescription and get a newspaper, have a walk, or might even go on my bike. It was a beautiful day yesterday for bike riding. It was a bit cold for this time of year, but after what we've had, a wonderful summer. But we go through this, do this bike ride every week, every Tuesday morning. We're down to 3 now. There used to be 6. But one's got thrombosis in his leg, whereas we're all old, or getting on. Right, so let's put in a bit of a nice background colour, nice warm. This dries much lighter than when you put it on initially. When it dries light. So we'll just enhance that red. It's cadmium, no, it's a vermilion. Now we're getting with the indigo. It's fabulous, cold blue, steel blue. Well, not really a steel blue, but wild abandon. Graduated wash. Now let's add some darker colour. I'm not getting cramped in my fingers. Oh God, look, my fingers have just gone. I have to start learning to paint with the other hand. Streaky sky there, but since this will dry much lighter, it will diffuse and give us a bit of just a bit of interest in the sky, but not too much because we don't want it to compete with the landscape. The sky is unless if you want a busy sky, then make a plain landscape. You don't want to go between the top and the bottom just because you've got more interest, or the interest is equal. You don't want equal interest, not as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's just bring that down a little bit. Okay. I'm not a lover of lifting out with tissue. But I suppose you can use a dry brush and take it out that way. But the daubing with the brush is so mannered and cliched. But if you want to do it, that's up to you. That's my personal view. I've done it all in the past. It was something I was learning watercolours. I didn't have any videos to help me in those days. That came much later. So we had to sort of discover from mostly black and white photographs in books. But then Rob Manson came along and introduced us to these wonderful paintbrushes that do misbehave, but my word, you can cover some ground pretty quickly with them. Right, now we'll start putting a bit of a background in. We're going to have a bluish green in the background. So 3 colours, cadmium yellow, vermilion, and indigo. Got a bit of yellow in there because autumn colours. So we're going to have this massive trees here. So let's put in a bit of shadow. A thick colour now, these autumn colours. So wetlands, remember, so we'll put the water in, but I won't put the boardwalk in, and I certainly won't put Eddie in. Just 3 colours, look, all these brilliant colours. You just don't need a lot of colours on your palette. I know it's good when you're starting out to get it all, get all the colours, but you can say far more with 3 colours than you can with 23 colours, because unless you're experienced, too many colours causes chaos. And also, trying to use another colour to get you out of a hole doesn't really work either. This experience is just do a lot of it. Okay, now let's get some dark stuff into here. Take some of the moisture off. Oh, there's the basics. We're going to be able to dry in a minute. Got all that. Let's get some shadow in here. Trying to recreate an illusion of detail that I've put a load in, but I haven't really. There's some nice light autumny colours in there. They don't exist though in my photograph, but I'm not working from a photograph. It was just an idea, it was just a memory of the time we spent in this beautiful park. For those that don't know, that follow the Antiques Roadshow, you might or might not have remembered that the Antiques Roadshow last year was filmed there, and they did 2 episodes of it in Morden Hall Park. It's very historic. Okay. Now then, right. Now we need to lift out a bit, so we'll get our card. Oh, just a bit of a wood on the horizon there. We can put the stipple over that. Right, let's get some in here. Oh, my head's right away. I've got the camera forward over looking down on the board. It's about 5 or 6 degrees angle. Right, and then we can lose that when that's dry with some texture. Right, okay, here we go. Headphones off. Got a nice blob there, look at that. Sun. Right, now, what have we got here? We've got a one sun now, so let's develop that. Got a little brush here and let's just take a little bit of that out. Sun, right, okay, so that was from a blob of water. We've turned it into something. And that's a nice bit of winter sun or autumn sun. Now, let the fun begin. Now I've got a brush here that might be very good stippling if I can find it in the melee. There we are. I wonder if that would be a good brush for stipple. So let's have a look. Don't know. Don't think it's going to work really. It's a bit more manageable than the hake. I'll put a bit of green in there because you've still got green on the trees, green leaves. Bit of water. Oh. Go away. I'm not going to do all of this. I'm going to use the hake for some of that because that's getting a bit big there. Clean the brush. Lift out, squeeze out a bit more indigo. I know I've mentioned him several times. Andrew Broussard, that's Broussard, is very good at this. He used to be on one of my patrons for a while, and he's up and running now, like Joe Menza. They're making great strides. Andrew But Broussard it tends to stick to the Corot style of painting, which is lovely. It's a bit of a tree in there. You need to break up your hake quite a bit, but then you still need to get some. Oh God, look what I've done. I've been a bit careless. I'm just pushing the hake, get this rough ground, but I don't want to cover up all that water. Okay, quite liking that. Clean the brush, I'll give it a dry, and I'll put a bit of detail in here. I'll scrape out those chunks. Got a bit dry. Right, dry. Headphones off. Good. Okay, get the rigger. I might put a bit of gouache back on that because I've sort of lost it. It's dried off a bit too much there, and I didn't leave myself any leeway. White gouache. There. I've lost it. It's on my table here somewhere. Right, there's on my tray. No, on my table. I need some more of this. It's drying off. It's getting a bit too stiff now. Right, okay. Wet it. Right, that'll do. We don't want to use any more than that. It's just I'm just putting back what I covered up. Right, I'll sign it. I quite like it. Hope you do. I'll show you the photograph of it in a minute. Right, just photograph. Oh, there we are. Well, there's my view, my photo. I can't. Okay. So I've turned it into that. I've got the water there, which isn't in the picture. But these are all good fun to do. I'm going to put a mount on it now. And then take those clips off. Well, there we are. I'll just take you up a little bit so that you can see all the mount. Okay. Right, well, more or less what I had in mind, but it's the texture. It's using texture to create the illusion of detail. Apart from the few trunks, it's the only real detail. The rest of them done with stipple. And because the paper was wet, you get this lovely diffusing paper. We've changed that blob into the sun, so that all helps. Right, I'll get these uploaded for you folks, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.